Why Ezekhiome wants Magu dead by Israel Olayiwole. However, Nigerians deserve to know that Chief Ezekhiome lacks the moral right to condemn any person accused of corruption because he himself is corruption personified. In 1995, the Sani Abacha regime set up several probe panels to investigate corruption in many areas of our national life. In spite of the serious allegations of corruption leveled against the suspended acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Mr. Ibrahim Magu, he is presumed innocent until the contrary is proved by the federal government. Hence, decent citizens have insisted that the investigation of Mr. Magu must follow due process. But as far as Chief Mike Ezekhiome son is concerned, Mr. Magu is already guilty as charged. Contrary to Chief Ezekhiome, condemnation and conviction of Mr. Magu, the authority have listened to wise counsel by releasing him from unlawful custody. However, Nigerians deserve to know that Chief Ezekhiome lacks the moral right to condemn any person accused of corruption because he himself is corruption himself. The Kayode ESO panel on corruption in the judiciary and the Pius Okibo panel on mismanagement of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) performed the national assignment with patriotism and honesty. Chief Mike Ezekhiome served in the 7-man panel of inquiry instituted to probe, restructure, and reorganize the Nigerian customs. But the panel was disbanded due to allegations that the members had engaged in high-level corruption. Under the current civilian administration, Chief Ezekhiome has been involved in serious electoral malpractice. For instance, during the 2007 general election, he was arrested with other armed thugs while snatching ballot boxes in Edo State. The senior lawyer was paraded by the police to the embarrassment of the Nigerian Bar Association. The arrest was widely reported by the print and electronic media in a report titled Nigeria's Worst Election. Sahara reporters gave the names of the election riggers in each state of the Federation. In particular, Sahara Reporters edition of April 14, 2007 stated as follows: Edo massive voters fraud perpetrated by Chief Anthony Aneni for people killed in Ekpoma by PDP hired cultists. Adams Oshomole of AC is rigged out. Akoko Edo, ex-human rights lawyer Mike Ezekhiome arrested with ballot boxes for PDP still detained. Since Chief Ezekhiome was caught and arrested while rigging for the PDP, the Edo State Police Command was ordered to release him from detention by the ruling PDP at the center. The party also ensured other armed thugs and cultists arrested were not prosecuted. Out of sheer hypocrisy, the ex-election rigger has been commenting on the failure of the Independent National Electoral Commission to hold credible elections. Another reason why Chief Ezekhiome's son wants Magu dead is that he was indicted for electing 75 for collecting 75 million from Mr. Ayo Fayose as legal fees, which turned out to be from the proceeds of the crime of money laundering. The EFCC invited him for interrogation and arraignment. It was at that stage that he ran to the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibajo-San, for protection. The Vice President rightly advised the EFCC to await the outcome of the appeal, which had been filed in the case, so that the Buhari administration would not be accused of disrespecting the Court of Appeal. Even though the appeal has not been decided by the Court of Appeal, Chief Ezekhiome San has now twisted the story to say that he reported allegations of corruption against Mr. Magu to the Vice President. Since Chief Ezekhiome San claimed that he had submitted evidence of corrupt practices committed by Mr. Magu, we challenge him to send a petition to the Justice Ayo Salami that is currently investigating allegation of corruption against the suspended EFCC boss. Alternatively, Chief Ezekhiome San should submit his petition to the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Offences Commission, ICPC. If Mr. Magu is indicted, he should be prosecuted, since Chief Ezekhiome San committed serious electoral offences and money laundering, and no statute of limitations against criminal offences. He should be charged to court, as nobody is above the law. Before then, the garrulous fellow should stop insulting the Nigerian people. Thank you for listening to this news. Chief Mike Ezekhiome. Yes, this allegation levied on you, though it's true, but then, to my own personal opinion, doesn't stop him from having a say in any state or presidential election coming up or whatsoever, or still doesn't stop him from speaking up if he detects any fraudulent practice or any malpractice or any fraud committed by any other politician. Name them, So it is very, very possible that he can make a positive observation. Who in President Buhari's administration that doesn't have a corrupt file? Who in President Buhari's administration that doesn't have a corrupt file? My viewers, let's tell ourselves the truth. All right? Almost 95% people working with President Buhari all have a corrupt file. They all have a corrupt file. So let them stop deceiving themselves. If only this gold digger called Magu can only be truthful and straightforward, they will see that a lot of them have committed one offense or the other. You understand? So let us stop deceiving ourselves. All right, my viewers, we have gone beyond this uh, type of criticism. We have gone beyond that. Let the future decide itself. So please, your comments concerning this are very, very important. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription button as well as bell button to get updated. Thank you.